Chip?
Yeah, I just think scaling, I heard the word scale, I think that what pops up for me is operations, right? And how you move efficiently and effectively throughout what you're doing. That's what comes up for me when I hear scaling. Man, I had a conversation with someone earlier today about the yeses and the nos in life, right? And you know, in business they say, you know, attack the no's so you get to the yeses, you know, all of those things. Well, I think what's more important is understanding who you are, whose you are first, but who you are and understanding how I operate. Now within that, like, and just hearing you saying that, like, I'm the opposite. Like, I'm going to think about everything, focus in, and now that I know to have a plan, because, like, there is no backup. Like, I can't call anybody and say, hey, help me. Like, for me, it's like, hey, let's go make it happen. But once I get the plan together, it's on, right? And so I think the beauty of that is when we figure out who we are, what we have to do is work on. So, like, for me, I have to work on the opposite. Like you said, I have to work on pausing. Well, for me, no, I'm okay with pausing. Like, I want to make sure that I go. Sometimes I don't need to think. I just need to go, you know, and figure it out as I'm going. And so I think the beauty of what we have to do in life is just have continued growth, right? Figure out where we are, because each situation is different. Each person is different based on the situations. And so we just have to make sure that we learn along that journey. And that's what makes it fun. Along our journey, we have to have some core common principles in which we believe in and which we operate by, right? While we're striving to do that, we have to be open for growth, right? Open to learn. But then with the noise cancellation, any of you guys like music? Y'all like listen to music? Yeah. Man, I love music, right? Like, that's my thing. Like, my mom was a minister of music in our church, mom and grandmother. So I've been around music my whole life. And so I have no musical talent at all. so I'm truly, like, enamored by seeing, you know, my mom play by ear, follow along with the song. Like, that blows me away, right? But just musical talent, like, it blows me away. And so a couple years back, they made these headphones, Beats, where you put over your ears, and they're called what kind of headphones? Noise cancellation, right? And when you put those headphones on, the music is amazing, right? Like you hear nothing else but the great music, and like the drums and the guitar, like all of the vocals, like you can pick out those sounds and they're so clear to you, right? So I use that example because that's how life is. In our life, we have to have some noise cancellation. Everything is not for us, right? Just because it comes to us, you have to decipher, okay, is this in my core values, right? Is this going to allow me to grow? Right? And if it's not, well, I need to not listen to it, right? And so it's important to make sure that we have systems in our life by which we cancel out the noise, if you will, because everything that we come across is really not important. We have to figure out, does it align with where I'm striving to be? Will it help me grow? Will it help me be more of service to others? And if the answers are yes to that, well, come on, bring on that music, baby. Let's go. The word that comes up for me is communication. And so if you write down the word communication and you look at the middle of the word, it has you and I. Come on, let me give you that one again. Yeah. Right? Let me give you that one again, because this applies to a lot, right? So if you write the word communication, right, in the middle of the word, it's you and I. So communication, can I say it like where I'm from? It ain't about you. Right? To be an effective leader, you got to get over yourself and understand that it ain't about you. Right? So you have to be considerate of the people that you lead. You have to have effective communication. You have to take the time to learn the strengths. This going coach on you here. former coach for a long time. You have to take the time to learn the strengths and the weaknesses of the people that you lead, so that as a coach you can put those people in position to make plays, right? Like, I'm not going to ask a kid that can't run to be a running back. Y'all, come on, right? I'm not going to put a small guy up on the line and ask him to block, right? And so as a leader, we have to communicate and be aware and understand that, like, man, when you go above and beyond to learn that about the people that you lead, you're going to get that back from them. I don't know, 100-fold, because they know that you've taken the time to invest in them and pour into them and show them that they have value, because they do. It's not about me, it's about us. Like, I've been blessed to have some great leaders to learn from. I've been blessed also to have some not so great leaders to learn from, right? Right, that's what I mean, right? I've been blessed to have an opportunity to not be such a great leader, right? Because I'm not perfect. I've done some things well as a leader, but you know, I'm got to be honest with myself. I've made some mistakes too, but within that, I've learned, and it's great because it's exciting, because now I have an opportunity to be better the next time around. So I can say, hey, so I mean, that's what I coach leaders, I coach coaches. Like, hey, when I went to this, I turned right and I went in the hole. When I went right, I don't want you to do that. Go left. All right, please don't go right, because I've been there. So learn from me, and which will help you be better. But it's really cool. I've probably learned, I have learned more from the leaders that were not great leaders, and for me being a not so great leader, making mistakes and having that awareness to say, hey, whoo, Chip, you blew that.
Yeah, that goes back to Lisa's question.